The legendary castle is about to open its gates. A mysterious legend that's never been revealed before awaits. A few days ago, I came across an advertisement for a castle exhibition and decided to check it out with Sylus. However, we didn't encounter any mysterious events. We've been listening to legends that have over-the-top dramatic embellishments.
In the days of yore, the valiant lord of the castle used the sword to drive away invaders from these lands. Legend says that this long sword was forged by him. The process took 81 days to complete. If you visit the castle's restricted underground forge, you might still hear the echoes of someone hammering away.
Under the exhibition hall's lights, a finely crafted sword inlaid with magnificent jewels gleams brilliantly from its stone pedestal. This sounds like something a third-rate novelist would write.
The sword is impractical and too ornate. It's only good for getting someone killed.
Shush you! No whispering. Pay attention to the presentation, please.
The very serious Otto catches us red-handed. After seeing the sword with its elaborate history, the fan stained with a lover's tears, and the cursed gemstone necklace, we finally arrive at the gift shop near the exit.
Would you like gifts from the castle's lord? Or would you like to experience the glory that the nobility can enjoy? Welcome to our special collaborative event challenge. You can redeem beautiful prizes. Give it a try.
It sounds like a marketing ploy, but we're already here. Should we participate in it anyway? Carrying the spoils we won from the gift shop, I follow Sylus back to Anna Chinas's base. Sylus glances at the gaudy golden antique replicas on the carpet and raises an eyebrow.
Where are you going to put all of that, kitten?
Since they're spoils of war, they deserve to be displayed. Opening Sylus's display cabinet, I place a gilded antique cup next to his flintlock pistol that was made with ebony. Not bad. They actually complement your style.
Are you sure?
Look, Mephi agrees with me. Seeing Mephisto close his beak in frustration and just move toward him to show support, Sylus speaks in a relaxed tone.
This is what happens when you can't speak for yourself. People will put words into your beak. It's quite the experience.
It's okay. Even though Mephi can't talk, there are other methods of communication. For example, we have the fan language from today's exhibition. Using my right hand, I pick up an antique fan with floral engravings and golden accents. I open it. The leaf depicts an extravagant, lavish ballroom scene. The nobles who lived in castles were very particular. If you didn't understand the language of the fans, you couldn't communicate at parties.
If you want to know what someone is saying, a fan won't stand in your way.
Really? I switch the fan to my left hand and use its elegant leaf to cover the lower half of my face. It's a gesture that means I want to get to know you.
You want to get to know me? Isn't it a little late for that? You already know me inside out, kitten.
You remembered what it means? I thought you weren't interested in the explanation.
I wasn't interested because it was regurgitating old information. Nothing was new.
You already knew everything that was shown at the exhibition. Raising my eyebrow, I twirl the fan in my left hand. It's the gesture for keep your distance. But he refuses to back away. He even takes advantage of my surprise to snatch the fan from me. That's cheating. No one said you could confiscate someone's fan when you didn't like their messages. Sylus twirls the fan between his fingers. He makes no attempt to deny my accusation.
The exhibition only taught one gesture for rejection, and we both know who's purposefully being mischievous right now.
Oh, that means rejection. I must have remembered it wrong. I thought it meant... The head of the fan stops at my chest, and it's right over my heart. The gesture means, you have my heart.
It doesn't matter what you thought. This is the only acceptable answer.
My heartbeat quickens in response to the gesture he made. Not wanting to appear completely flustered, I clear my throat. Back then, gentlemen wouldn't have been so direct.
Having excessive gentlemanly restraint is pointless nowadays. Being direct is more effective than probing.
A playful smile tugs at his lips as he toys with the fan. And when his fingertips trace the leaf held together by the fan's ribs, he scoffs.
A replica will always fail to capture the true essence of the original.
Does the original have a hidden secret? I lean in to examine it more closely. The thin ribs and fragile silk don't reveal anything. It's just a beautiful fan.
The ribs are sharpened at the tips, but the head is blunt. The original must have had a special mechanism.
His thumb glides over the ribs. Then he presses down on the rivet.
I knew it was a hidden weapon. Pressing this would cause a blade to spring out. The replica is just an empty shell. However, the castle lord who made this probably didn't want people to know what was hidden inside.
Wow. A seemingly ornate, useless fan that can take someone's life. Grabbing the fan, my gaze sweeps across it. Now I sense the deadly intent that once lurked beneath lavish banquets and golden splendor. If only it had the original's mechanism.
No one expects to use this kind of art for murder.
Danger is also part of its artistry. I'm reminded of the castle's forge that's not open to the public. We only saw a photograph which displayed a corner of the furnace. But in that very same photo, I saw the shadows of several weapons on the floor. Maybe this mysterious fan was created there. Now I really want to visit the castle's forge. I wonder if there are weapons with even more fascinating stories.
Even the deadliest weapons become simple pieces for display purposes. They're just like that sword.
His gaze sweeps over my eager expression and he pauses.
If you want to see a forge, I have one.
Is it like the forge I'm imagining? It has a furnace, bellows, an anvil?
It's not that primitive. I used to forge various things, but I haven't used it in a long time. Do you want to check it out now?
Based on what I know about Sylus, his forge should have a lot of unusual items. Let's go! I lean towards Sylus, but he presses one finger against my forehead and pushes me back.
I'm afraid you'll have to wait. Unless you want to be buried in dust, that is.
When we visit it, I'll bring this fan with me. Maybe it'll become a weapon that can defeat my enemies in one strike, after a few modifications.
It can already do that.
He takes the fan from me before I can even see him move. The fan's guard is pressed against my throat, and I become acutely aware of the threat it poses.
If you're fast enough, and aim at the body's weak points. Say, for example, the eyes.
The fan snaps open, its sharpened ribs barely missing my hair as it sweeps past me. Air glides over my eyes. My heart races. A few seconds pass. Then, I immediately grab his hand. I want to try! The fan lands in my hand. Recalling his movements, I try to spin it around my fingertips. I fail, miserably. It's lighter than a gun. I can't find its center of balance.
Give it another shot. It shouldn't be difficult for you.
Behind me, Sylus grabs my wrist, and his breath caresses my ear.
Relax your fingers. Use your wrist.
After familiarizing myself with the fan's weight and material, I quickly get the hang of it. But the spinning fan clatters to the floor once again. My chances of succeeding are worrisome.
Even the most impressive fan can't compete with your bullets. If you ever get tired of them, you can go to the forge and find weapons that would suit you better.
My internal radar pings with interest. The frustration from my failed attempts with the fan is erased. When will your forge be officially open to me?
Relax. Surprises always require having a little bit of patience.
Standing in front of an old industrial building in the N109 zone, I check the address Sylus sent me and nod to myself. This is the place. In the vast open space, only the echoing sound of my footsteps breaks the silence. Dust particles float up with every step. No one has been here in a long time. Underground level, section B. I make my way down the dimly lit staircase and hear the faint sound of a rhythmic hammering underground. Sylus? As soon as I push the door open, I'm hit with a blast of heat carrying the scent of steel and fire. The room is bathed in the orange-red glow from the forge. The dancing flames cast swaying shadows across the walls. Sylus stands at the anvil with his back to me. His shirt, soaked in sweat, clings to his muscles as they're flexed with each strike of the hammer. It's the first time I've seen him like this. I hold my breath and linger by the doorway to take in the powerful scene.
Do you like what you see?
Oh. I look up only to see Sylus's face with a hint of a teasing smile.
How long are you gonna keep staring?
I'm almost done. I walk over to stand beside him and make a show of examining the metal on the anvil. Even if you weren't Anakinus' leader, you could easily be a master blacksmith with your skills.
Unfortunately, Anakinus has no shortage of master blacksmiths.
The small piece of metal gradually stretches under those rapid strikes. It quickly takes on a recognizable shape. I hold out my hand to measure. The metal has smooth curves along its edges and is only about the size of my palm. It doesn't look like a weapon.
I'm just warming up.
Sylus stops and catches my curious hand. His palm is so hot that I almost feel like my skin is about to be burned.
Don't you want to see the weapons I've forged?
Without waiting for my answer, he pulls me toward the display rack on the other side of the forge. Various melee weapons, forged by hand, are on the rack.
They range from daggers to long swords, and each one shines with a cold, dangerous light. Did you make all of these?
This is just a small portion.
He picks up a double-edged short sword with very little decorations. The blade gleams coldly. It resembles its maker in a way.
This was my first decent creation. It's a little too light, though. Do you want to feel it?
I take the short sword. It's heavy in my hand, but its length makes it surprisingly easy to wield.
A short sword isn't for slicing. It's for thrusting.
Standing behind me, Sylus takes my wrist. His breaths land on the side of my neck as he speaks.
Imagine a shield-bearing warrior in front of you. You need to utilize the gap he exposes when he moves. You only have a second to thrust forward. Do you remember the boxing pose I taught you? You can't rely only on arm strength. There's also this.
His hand moves to my waist and glides across it. He guides me to transfer my strength from my core to my arms. My fingers tighten around the sword. My face is flushed, and I'm not sure if it's because of the forge's heat or his touch.
You're holding it so tightly. Are you afraid you'll lose it?
This is the first time I'm holding a short sword. I need more practice.
If you don't feel comfortable using it, then we can look at the most unique piece here.
Sylus takes the short sword from me and returns it to the display rack. Then he retrieves a unique triangular blade from the corner. That looks cool. I've never seen anything like it before.
It's called a push dagger. The best choice for fighting at close quarters. Barely anyone uses it, though.
He demonstrates how to hold the push dagger, and I understand what makes this weapon special.
Treat the push dagger as an extension of your arm. You can slash and stab with it, but the most powerful technique is thrusting forward. It's like you're punching something. Attack me.
Why? Noticing my hesitation, he slightly quirks an eyebrow.
Injuring me won't be easy.
Seeing his provocative gaze, I feel the urge to prove him wrong. If that's how you want to play, then I'll definitely have to give it a try. The blade whistles through the air as Sylus effortlessly sidesteps and precisely catches my wrist. I use his grip to spin, and the sharp edge of the push dagger grazes his clothes.
You're too slow. Why are you still hesitating?
You sound just like my combat instructor.
I don't mind having that title, but there's no need to show a lot of deference to your teacher.
I only hit air for my next strike. I change the direction of my attack, but the momentum unexpectedly throws me off balance. Sylus quickly grabs my arm and pulls. I crash into his chest. I use this as a chance to point the push dagger at his neck. Its tip barely touches the vein that pulses with every breath. All's fair in love and war. Did I win? I catch my breath and flash a triumphant smile.
I surrender.
But weapons like this are only useful in the hands of a strong combatant, right?
Not necessarily. In the modern age, they're useful as fancy decor.
Then why did you make these weapons? They can't possibly just be for decoration.
Wouldn't you say traditional weapons are fascinating? They're the most direct extension of humanity's aggression, and yet they also represent their most honest desires: to kill, to conquer, and to protect.
He pulls a dagger from the rack, and his fingertips trace the beautiful pattern on the blade.
A few classic daggers are champions in combat. Hunting knives are born for the wilderness. And this curved blade, its infamy was earned on the battlefield and forged in blood.
The forge's flames are reflected in his eyes, yet his gaze remains as cold as a blade of ice.
Traditional weapons lack a gun's firepower, but they're better at revealing the true brutality of fighting. Their senses are pushed to their limits in close combat, and the intensity is accompanied with the prolonged process of dying. Everything relies on physical strength. That sort of brutality has a peculiar beauty to it.
I tilt my head as I look at him and nod. It's just like your appreciation for boxing, right?
You're not wrong. At first, I was curious about the resolve that was poured into creating these traditional weapons.
Did you find an answer?
There is no correct answer. You have to find it yourself.
Then why don't you teach me? I want to know what it's like to be a real blacksmith.
Sure. However, I've only been practicing for 2 months. If it weren't for your curiosity, this forge would probably be gathering dust until the end of time.
I guess I'm pretty lucky. I notice Sylus is acting different than usual. Fortunately, I discovered this hidden treasure. The forge's flames lick at the dark red steel block. I wipe away the sweat that drips from my brow.
Heat it for another 30 seconds.
Sylus stands half a step behind me, his hot chest almost touching my back as he checks the condition of the metal.
It's ready now. Take it out with the tongs.
I pull out the iron tongs, and the red-hot steel block hisses in the air. It radiates a frighteningly intense heat. Are we going to the anvil?
If I let a beginner like you do everything by yourself, you wouldn't be able to get out of bed tomorrow. It's good that this old relic can still be powered up.
I place the steel billet on the power hammer. With each resounding clang, sparks fly in all directions. Black impurities are separated from the steel's surface.
Relax.
What did you just say? The combined noises of the bellows and power hammer drown out our voices. Sylus grasps my wrist.
You don't have to stand here like you're on guard duty. Aren't you tired?
His voice is close to my ear as he guides my hands. The steel is flipped and moved to ensure the power hammer's force is distributed evenly.
If the temperature isn't high enough, or the material's quality is poor, problems can easily show up at this stage.
Our piece looks great. It'll be fine. While I'm tempted to make those ornate weapons, I decide to forge a hunting knife. A hunter should use a hunting knife.
A beginner will struggle to make it regardless.
The hunting knife is starting to form. Now we need to place the steel billet on the anvil so it can be shaped.
Most hunting knives have a drop point shape that makes them better suited for dealing with prey. It doesn't need to be too long. Something under 25 centimeters should work.
The hammer is heavier than I imagined. Trying to strike the steel billet accurately isn't easy, and I almost miss it on my first attempt. Sylus stands nearby with his arms crossed. He watches as I hammer away and pant from the strenuous effort. It's more exhausting than I imagined.
Keep your hands steady. Your strikes need to be precise and powerful.
Mr. Sylus, has anyone told you how strict you are as a teacher? My arms feel like they're about to fall off.
No. You're my only student, after all.
After dozens of strikes, I'm drenched in sweat. The first signs of weakness creep into my arms. A clean towel is placed on my head. It wipes away the sweat that drenched my hair.
We're just getting started. Can you keep going?
Don't worry. I'll channel the determination I use for hunting wanderers.
You need to be fast. Don't let the metal cool down, or else you'll have to heat it up again. The process requires controlling the temperature and force. If you're not precise, you'll be rewarded with all kinds of accidents.
What are the ones you've experienced? With a faint smile, Sylus glances at me. He sees through my little scheme.
They rarely happen.
Can't you share some of your failures to make me feel better?
Pay attention, kitten. Otherwise, this will end up as scrap metal.
No, it won't. I've put in a lot of elbow grease. Anyone can see its extraordinary potential. The steel billet, with its extraordinary potential, gradually stretches. It reveals the beginnings of a hunting knife. Breathless, I note how my entire palm is burning with pain.
Don't force yourself. It looks like you're the one who's burning because of your elbow grease.
Sylus takes the hammer from me and we alternate between heating and hammering until the steel billet takes on the semblance of a hunting knife.
Now, we've completed the most important initial stage.
Staring at the crude piece of metal in his hand, I can't help but think it's nowhere near the smooth, sharp blade I had imagined. It looks like an unremarkable piece of metal from a scrap heap.
Don't worry. It will undergo a complete transformation before you know it.
Quenching, tempering, trimming, polishing, crafting, and assembling the handle. After we finish these steps, I'm so tired that I could collapse on the spot. I don't know if the knife underwent a complete transformation, but I feel like I did. Seriously, I don't have an ounce of strength left.
You're still breathing, kitten. You'll live.
Sylus takes my wrist and turns my right hand over. My palm is still bright red, but at least there are no wounds. His calloused fingertips work their way up my sore forearm. He kneads my tense muscles with the perfect amount of force. Ouch!
Bear with it. It won't be very effective if I don't apply some pressure.
Thanks to Sylus's healing touch, I regain my energy. Now I finally have enough strength to look at our finished product. It's beautiful. Our hard work paid off. I hold the hunting knife up to the light to examine the blade. It's not the best, but the weight in my hand gives me a sense of satisfaction. Sylus tests the edge with a sheet of paper. The paper is silently split in two.
The durability could be better, but its edge is good enough.
You're actually pleased with it, huh?
What? Do you want a gold star sticker for your efforts?
I shake my head and hold the knife out to him. It's satisfying to see surprise flash in his eyes. I'll give you the first weapon we made together.
Are you paying your teacher?
No, it's a gift for Sylus. Sylus twirls the hunting knife between his fingers and the ghost of a smile plays on his lips. It's as if he's appraising a worthy addition to his collection.
It would be cruel of me to not give you something in return.
He places a pair of golden bracelets in my palm. In the firelight, they exude a soft, metallic glow. I study them before recognizing the familiar curves. They were made from the material he was working with earlier. This is what you were making. And you said it was just a warm-up.
A surprise should be saved for the very last moment.
Sylus lifts my hand and slides the bracelets onto my wrist. They fit. Did you secretly measure my wrist?
Do I need to?
I can't suppress my smile as I happily shake my wrist. The bracelets clink together and the sound is crisp. I didn't think a forge could create beautiful accessories as well.
It's an old forge that can't keep up with the times. But now it has a new purpose.
As I turn the bracelets, I notice something in the flickering firelight. There's an unfamiliar line of text on the inside of them. What does this mean? He doesn't answer. He just points at my heart. You have my heart.
I prefer this direct approach over the language of the fans.
The fire in the forge billows out silently. It melts our shadows into one.